This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The last thing the Bahamas needs is another crisis, and that's exactly what the Pan American Health Organization and World Health Organization, for that matter, are trying to avert here in the Bahamas in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. You see, due to flooding and sewage systems being compromised, there's an extremely high risk of a disease outbreak. Here's PAHU WHO representative for the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands, Dr. Esther de Gorville.
There's likely to be sewage contamination of the water and the water that is stagnating on the ground now in many locations. In that situation, we can anticipate waterborne diseases and foodborne diseases. Waterborne and foodborne diseases, waterborne will be diarrhea diseases, and vector-borne, we run the risk of things like dengue fever and other infectious diseases.
Officials then are working at top speed with the government to ensure people can access essential health services during the crisis.
We are not standing idly by. We are prepared to ramp up the responses to reduce the risk of outbreaks of these diseases. We are issuing public communication messages for the safe handling of food and water, and when food and water is delivered to the persons in need, they will be prepackaged so that there would be no need for people to be cooking or handling water to consume those items. So in the immediate aftermath, messages are being sent out on food and safe food handling and safe water, how to make that safe.
We're going to shift our focus now to relief efforts, and as of Thursday morning, the U.S. Coast Guard had rescued 135 people and 6 pets in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian here in the Bahamas. This by way of 7 MH-60 Jayhawk helicopters and 3 MH-65 Dolphin helicopters. Several Coast Guard cutters also conducted assessments throughout Grand Bahama. Thursday also marked the arrival of 57 members of the Virginia Task Force Urban Search and Rescue Team. U.S. and local officials are working together to distribute sufficient supplies to help 31,500 people. This includes 600 hygiene kits to prevent disease, 2,400 buckets and containers for safe drinking water, 450 rolls of plastic sheeting to provide shelter, and 4 chainsaws to remove debris. Meantime, Royal Caribbean donations continue to pour into the Grand Bahama community. Today, that count stood at 20,000 meals, more than 47,000 bottles of water, 362 generators, 53,000 boxes of cereal, 248 tarps, 25,000 square foot of plywood, 500 handheld flashlights, more than 55,000 diapers, 800 rolls of toilet tissue, and $1 million to rebuild. That wraps up this segment of our news. Stay with us for a check on sports.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.